What's up, guys? Alright. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another story time. Make sure to tune in and lock in because, well, this not gonna be a boring time. So, guys, I am here to tell you a story time about my experience working at a Jamaican call center. Probably the story are gonna be in a series like parts, but yeah. Okay, so I got my call center job in March of 2022. At this specific one I'm about to speak on March 2022. So I got the job on March the 7th of 2022, and I remember the exact date and the exact timeline because at the same time, tragedy struck for my family where I lost my brother. So I'm probably I will touch on a story time about that as well, what happened or I lost my brother and so on and so forth. So I started working there on March the 7th, as I said before. I started training. Training was going well and all that good stuff. Until on March the 20th, well, my mommy got a call on March the 27th stating that nobody hasn't heard from my brother since March the 21st. So it looked like something wrong with my brother. And as I said, I'll probably touch on that when I speak on how I lost my brother, if I speak on how I lost my brother. So I'm there and I'm working, and guys, I'm telling you, it did rough, bad because having a brother, well, it's me, my sister, and my brother. So it's in the order of my sister, my brother, and then me. I'm the last one. So having my brother around is all I knew. So when he was taken from us or when he was killed, it was a hard time for me. There were days where I have to push through just to get work, because I know say I have to get work. There are days when time I'm there and I'm going to work and I'm crying on the bus and such things and such things like that. Saying all this to say, when I lost my brother, and because my brother went missing on the 21st of March, but we found out on the 27th. So I was in training at the time to get my job at the call center. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the call center terminology or at the place where I worked. We will call it call center, just call center A because I don't feel like calling name. It will be training and then part of it where it's AB. So we would take calls, but not on our own. We'll have people assisting us and stuff like that, So on the same day, which is the 27th, I was supposed to go on my first day of AB, but guys, I couldn't make it because on the same day, we realized something might wrong with my brother, right? So I couldn't make it, and I tell you guys, it affected me so much. Where I go work, I'm just dead it, but just dead it. Hold on. I just did it for just did it sake, guys. I did it and my performance never up to par. It never up to par because of what me that got through at the time, and I'm not really to blame them because I should have said something that it is what is affecting me or such like that, but I didn't because up to this time, if you know me, I don't really speak on my brother's death. It's gonna be 2 years coming this month actually in March. it'll be 2 years, and I still don't speak on it much because I'm still not over it as yet. Me I take it day by day still, but as I said, I didn't tell them that I was going through anything. I didn't tell them that I lost my brother. I didn't tell them nothing. So I was there and I was trying my hardest. But to them, I wasn't giving up to par performance. And every day I was getting called out. Every day they were like giving me coachings, calling me in meetings. So there was one specific day that I was there, and my manager at the time, we will call her A. She was on vacation, and suddenly she just come in office, right? She come in office, and I was there taking my calls, trying my best to do what I could do during that time that I was grieving and I was going through what I was going through. She came from vacation and she said log coaching. If you're familiar with the call center terminology, you know what coaching is. They'll pull you out of the phone just to coach you on anywhere that you might be weak in, or if they just have too much people in the phone, they'll like pull you out of the phone so that they could build up back the queue so that a good amount of calls can come back in. So she pulled me and she was like, oh, log coaching. So I logged it and I saw that she took me in the office where the OM is. That is our operational manager. She took me in the office. I went there and I sat down. She and we are going to call the operational manager B because the two of them names start with A, but we can't call the two of them A because we don't want to confuse, We're going to call the operational manager B. So she told me to log coaching, took me in the office, and was like, see her here. Because apparently, through me not perform, they're continuously calling out my manager for people not performing on her team, right? So she called me in there and she was like, what is going on with you? Blah, 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 blah. She angle, triangle, dismantle me, angle me the worst way, guys. She was like, oh, every day you come here and you're like taking our money and you're not performing. You come like, we're not paying you for nothing. So instantly I started to cry because when I said how she would have mean or is saying that she is not paying me for nothing when she has no idea of what I am going through, right? I didn't say anything. I took it and I went back to my station and I continued with the rest of the day. When I got home, I was telling it to my mother and she was like, oh, you should tell them that you're going through something and tell them that you have just lost your brother and you're still trying to process everything and you're still trying to get through with everything. And so I got there. No, I think I texted my manager the same time that I was saying it to mommy and she was telling me that I should tell them. I said to I texted my manager and I was like, oh, Anik, I think I'm going to tell you because she was even saying in the meeting, like, if you go through something, stay can tell we I was there for you. And as I get through the call center series, when I was to say that did they feel type of scenario we should put on was a complete lie. Them not gonna do for nobody. Them literally don't care about you. Them just want no say I make them money and that's just that. She was like, you can tell me if you go through something, we're good there for you, blah blah blah. So I got home and I was telling my mom what happened and that the manager said, oh, me not perform up to par, and they felt as if they are not paying me for anything because I'm coming there and I'm taking their money and I'm not performing. And I said, I texted my manager same time. I said, Anik, okay, I think I'm going to tell you what I'm going through. I just lost my brother XYZ, and that is the reason why I'm not to perform up to par as what I want to put it. She was like, okay, I'm so sorry to hear that, and I'm going to try to see if I could get some relief, a leave of bereavement, some leave of bereavement for you, just to see if we can get some leave of bereavement for you. Okay. So I was like, okay, like I was relieved because up to this day, I still said to myself, say, I never get to grieve fully when my brother passed because I've just gotten a job and like I couldn't get no days off. And they just have to do what they have to do. And it never really matter how much I have to feel. They just, well, it didn't matter how much I have to feel, but me have to push that aside for a quick time because me just get the work. And she was like, I'm going to try and see if I can get some days of bereavement for you, and suchins and suchins. And I was going back to the woman constantly, going back to the girl constantly, and up to this blessed day, even though I don't work with them no more, I have never gotten that leave of bereavement or whatever them that want to call it. I've never gotten that. And yes, and I went there. After that, I was still on our team. I was still pushing through it, you know, till I got over it. But as you say, I just wanted to tell you guys about this specific part, or maybe I could continue to tell you guys about other incidences that I've had while being there, because it's, I don't think people understand how mentally draining a call center can be. It can be very, especially if you're on an account where the people them constantly accuse you, and I believe of everything, it can be really like mentally draining. Working and trying to be there, and you know, there were days there when I had to log personal break, go in my bathroom, go ball, you know, like as yes, it was not a pleasant experience. And as I go on with this series, I'll probably go on and speak to you guys as as I um as I continue the series. I'll tell you more stuff that I went through working at this specific call center and what happened with me and the other call center that I was at after I left this one. But I don't think I will speak on that one just yet until, you know, further down, because what happened with this call center that I left is still fresh, so I'm not gonna speak on that just yet. I'm going to make that one, you know, simmer down a little bit and marinate a little bit before I speak on that. But yes. But as I said, as I go through with this call center series, you will hear a couple more things that I went through while being there. And if I do touch on the situation of how I lost my brother, I'll go in details on what happened and how I feel and how I'm still feeling and all of that. So thank you so much for listening, guys. I don't think that this was an actual story time. I think this was actually a video of me ranting and just talking. But thank you so much for listening, guys. Make sure like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend that Garcia is on YouTube, and she over yourself telling her business. So, yep. Thank you for watching.